Okay, so today I'm going to be doing another color ray decoding video. And before I get into it, I just wanted to take a minute or so to explain how I'm getting this information and what it means kind of in the grand scheme of life. So there are certain color patterns and symbols that can be seen in movies and art, and it's in my beliefs that those patterns and symbols are there because the writers or the director are subconsciously channeling it. Color rays are connected to a certain archangel, also ascended masters and deities, as well as elemental groups. And yes, even star races like the Lyrans. Each color ray has a spiritual lesson to it, and I find that your favorite childhood movies will show which color ray you are most connected to in this lifetime. In the case for this video, I actually had a follower submit her favorite childhood movies, and I went through them looking for a common color theme as well as different symbols that connect to this color ray and her spiritual journey. So the movies she submitted were E.T., Pretty in Pink, The Wizard of Oz, and Dirty Dancing. She also mentioned 16 Candles, which I will also reference here and there, but because it's written and directed by the same person as Pretty in Pink, who is John Hughes, there will naturally be very similar themes and symbols, so I consider those two movies to be one and the same. Okay, so because these aren't my own childhood movies, I don't know a lot about this person's spiritual journey, but she did give me some anecdotes on her experiences. She said she's always felt a connection to Mother Mary. Also, before I even looked at her movie submissions, I saw the colors pink, a buttery yellow, and white around her. So here are the common themes and symbols that all of her movies had in common. The first common theme that came up was flowers, specifically pink flowers. In all of these movies, flowers were both an important symbol for the story as well as a common aesthetic choice by the director. In E.T., a pot of flowers is used to monitor E.T.'s energy level. When he dies in the end, the flowers wilt. When he comes back to life, the flowers also spring back up, showing that E.T. and the flowers are connected.
E.T. phone home.
And you can see the flowers are yellow and pink. In Pretty in Pink, Andy is shown in the first scene wearing pink flower earrings. She also wears many outfits that feature pink flowers throughout the movie. In 16 Candles, Sam wears a crown of flowers at the very end with pink flowers included in it. In Dirty Dancing, on the porch of the family's cabin is hanging baskets of pink flowers. Baby's sister, Lisa, also wears a dress with pink flowers on it. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy falls asleep in a meadow of flowers that appear to be pink and red. She is also handed a bouquet of flowers when she lands in Munchkin Land, with the flowers in it being pink. This theme of pink flowers could be showing that The person who gave me these movies is naturally connected to the element of flowers. There's an elemental group called flower nymphs, or I like to call them flower queens. So this sync could be showing that the pink ray is connected to this elemental group the same way that the gold ray is connected to the fairies. Another similarity between these movies is an emphasis on listening to and following the heart. In E.T., while Elliot is about to dissect a frog in science class, the teacher starts talking about the frog's heart. He even tells the students to listen to it.
One thing that you should be looking for during the dissection is to locate the heart and notice that it is still beating.
Also, at the end of E.T., we see E.T.'s heart glowing and activating as the spaceship doors close. In Pretty in Pink, Andy's dad tells Ducky to listen to his heart when he comes to him for advice.
It's all in the heart.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm cardiovascular. Yeah, I understand. I've been to school.
In Dirty Dancing, Johnny uses the rhythm of the heart to teach Baby to dance.
Good going. Good going. Close your eyes.
And in The Wizard of Oz, at the end, Dorothy realizes her lesson goes back to following the heart.
What have you learned, Dorothy?
Well, I think that it wasn't enough just to want to see Uncle Henry and Auntie Em. And it's that if I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard. Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. Is that right?
That's all it is.
But that's so easy.
I have to just say that I think a lot of The Wizard of Oz is a bit backwards because of the darker energies behind the director and the set in general. But there is still some truth to it. It's just a bit backwards and distorted.
And remember, my sentimental friend, that a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
Oh, it ticks!
These references to the heart and listening to the heart could be showing that the person that submitted these movies may have incarnated with a powerful heart chakra, and that her contribution to the world will be powered by the energy of the heart. The color pink is also commonly associated with the heart chakra. Another common theme is an innocent girl in white who steps into womanhood, which is symbolized by pink. In the first scene of Dirty Dancing, Baby is shown in white and comes off as naive and innocent. Her name is even Baby. When she sees the dancers at the resort, she gets inspired.
They look great together.
Yeah.
As she learns to dance in a more free and womanly way, she is seen wearing more and more pink, until the very end when she performs the dance in front of her family, wearing a pale pink dress. In Pretty in Pink, Andy is seen for the first time pulling on white tights. The same innocent girl in white is seen in the beginning of 16 Candles. In both movies, Andy and Sam feel trapped in their innocent personas and want to be seen as a fully developed, mature woman.
Chronologically, you're 16 today. Physically, you're still 15.
At the end of Pretty in Pink, Andy is seen at prom, an event that sort of transitions girls into womanhood, and she's seen in a pink dress. And in 16 Candles, she is also seen in a pink dress at the end when she is finally reunited with her crush, Jake. Reuniting with him is her stepping into womanhood and saying goodbye to her family. And just a note, I don't consider her dress to be purple or even lavender, but a purpley pink color. In E.T., this white and pink theme is seen more literally, with the young girl in the family, Gertie, shown with white ribbons in her hair for most of the movie, while the mother is shown for the first time in a pink housecoat. In Wizard of Oz, we have Dorothy, who is seen as an innocent, naive girl who can't stand up for herself.
If you please, I am Dorothy, the small and meek.
At the end, she's transformed into a wiser, more mature version of herself and is guided by the magic of Glinda, a pink witch. You could say she is transformed by the pink energy.
Are you ready now?
Yes. Say goodbye, Toto. Yes, I'm ready now.
Then close your eyes. Tap your heels together 3 times and think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
And a lot of these transitions happen through a makeover, where another wiser female figure will make over the more innocent girl in white before she steps into womanhood.
You want to try it on? I bet it looked great on you. I mean, your butt is 15 years younger than mine. I mean, I used to have a great butt. I did. I love my butt. I wish I had photographs of it. You want to try this on?
Baby, I'll do your hair. You could look pretty.
And this brings us into our next very important theme. A mother figure in pink and silver who acts as a guide for the main character. In Pretty in Pink, Andy receives a pink dress from her mother who had gone missing.
Why can't you just realize that she's gone and she's not going to come back? She's never coming back.
Shut up!
Why can't you accept it? She's just gone. Why can't you accept it?
She wears her mother's dress to the prom and leans on her mother's beauty and energy for her own confidence.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you like it?
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
God, it reminds me so much of your mom. You know, she always wore pink. And she looked so beautiful in it.
It's a great dress.
Yeah. My mother bought it for me.
In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy comes across a good witch named Glinda, who is dressed in a pink dress with a silver crown and silver wand. By the end of the movie, it is revealed that Glinda has been guiding her the whole time. You could say that Glinda is a mother figure guiding her from the spirit world, just like Andy's mom.
Will you help me? Can you help me?
You don't need to be helped any longer. You've always had the power to go back to Kansas.
I have.
Then why didn't you tell her before?
Because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to learn it for herself.
In E.T., the mother of the family is shown for the first time in a pink housecoat, as we already mentioned.
Be back 1 hour after sundown, no later.
In Dirty Dancing, Baby's mom is seen at the very end wearing a silver dress, while Baby is dressed in pink, lit with a pink light. The mom says,
I think she gets this from me.
similar to Dorothy, Baby is being unknowingly guided by her mother and being activated by her pink energy. It was interesting that the person who submitted these movies told me she always had a connection to Mother Mary, and that a lot of these mother characters' names either start with M or have a Mary sounding name. So baby's mom's name is Marjorie Houseman. The mom's name in E.T. is Mary.
I'm going to play in Elliot's room.
Okay. Don't let him torture you.
I won't, Mary.
Mom, would you come with me?
What is it?
Mary, just come with me.
Michael, what?
And Dorothy's aunt's name is Auntie M, who is her mother figure on Earth. These motherly figures could be showing that the pink ray could be connected to Mother Mary, who is often shown wearing pink in old paintings. One thing that all of the girls in white had in common is that they were paired with a more wild man who challenges them, and this man will often be wearing green in the beginning and then changes to black by the end. In Dirty Dancing, Johnny shows up for the first time in a greenish blue t-shirt, and throughout the movie wears quite a lot of green. He is considered more of a wild man, while Baby is seen as more tame.
You're getting wet, right?
You're wild.
What?
You're wild.
He challenges her with her dancing and pushes her to become better.
What? No.
Good. No, don't look down. Right here.
At the end, he shows up in black and raises her up into a pink light. In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy meets the wizard, who is green, of course, and gives her a challenge.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
But if we do that, we'll have to kill her to get it.
Bring me her broomstick.
By the end, the wizard is shown dressed in black and is flying her up in a hot air balloon. In Pretty in Pink, Andy's best friend, Ducky, is shown in the beginning with what I would call a very dull olive green. I was trying to figure out the color, and it's not gray, but a very dull, grayish olive green. He also wears a pale green jacket in his most famous scene in the movie. Ducky is considered a more wild man, whereas Andy is more reserved. In the end, he wears a black crystal and is sort of escorting Andy up the stairs to the prom. In 16 Candles, Sam's crush, Jake, is shown in green at the end and the father in black, which is also interesting to note. As we saw in the Blu-ray video, red was related to fire. It could be that green is pointing to the element of earth, specifically green leaves. Green could be pointing to leaf elementals or leaf elves. It could also relate to the heart chakra, which we already discussed. Another interesting sync is shoes, and specifically taking off and putting on shoes. This was a very weird and specific sync, but there were a lot of instances where shoes were taken off when they shouldn't be. There was also just a general emphasis on shoes, showing close-ups of shoes as an artistic choice, or shoes being an important part of the story. Obviously, in The Wizard of Oz, we have Dorothy, who takes off her shoes and puts on the magical ruby slippers. Interesting to note, they were originally supposed to be silver, but were changed to red to show off the Technicolor technology. So just keep that in mind as I move forward with this section. At the end of the movie, the tapping of Dorothy's shoes is what returns her home. In Dirty Dancing, one of the most famous scenes is a close-up shot of Baby dancing in white kids. You could say that, like Dorothy, dancing in her shoes are freeing her in a way. There is also a scene where one of the professional dancers passes out in the kitchen. She's wearing red shoes and has taken them off. Later in the film, Baby metaphorically steps into that dancer's shoes when she replaces her as Johnny's partner, similar to how Dorothy stepped into the red shoes of the Wicked Witch of the East. In Pretty in Pink, Ducky also taps his shoes like Dorothy does. There's again an emphasis on dancing to free yourself. And in this movie, the director does a lot of close-ups on shoes.
I would have got you some shoes, but I didn't know your size.
In 16 Candles, Sam's sister takes off her shoes at the end of the movie after her wedding ceremony, which seems very random. The color red points to the material plane and fire. It could be that the red shoes symbolize descending into the material plane and maybe expressing your physical form as a way to become more spiritually free. It's this idea of fully expressing yourself as a woman and not hiding away in shame. One more sync that was a little more vague, but that still stood out to me, was pink bubbles. So in The Wizard of Oz, Glinda descends onto Munchkin Land in a glowing pink bubble. In Dirty Dancing, there are bubbles being made on the dance floor, which are lit with a pink light. In E.T., E.T.'s ship sort of looks like a spherical bubble and has a pink light on it, which definitely reminded me of Glinda's pink bubble. Bubbles make me think of rising up or flying. It could be a symbol of exiting the material plane at the end of your life. I also wanted to go through one more movie because the person who gave me these movies also mentioned Grease as another favorite, but I didn't want to show too many as I went through the common themes. So we already know from the Gold Ray video that Grease has pink ray themes. In the Gold Ray video, it was more about Frenchie's transformation from pink to gold. But for this video, it's more about the character of Sandy. Sandy is seen wearing white in the very first scene and wears a lot of white through the first half of the movie. She's also framed as an innocent, naive girl.
Says right here it is a dessert wine.
Hey, Sandy didn't get any wine.
Oh, that's okay.
And she never had a drink before either.
Oh, yes, I did. I had some champagne at my cousin's wedding once.
Ooh, ring-a-ding-ding.
Guys, how do you like Sandy, huh? Do you think we can let her in the Pink Ladies?
She looks too pure to be pink.
As the movie progresses, she is shown wearing more and more pink. At the very end, she asks Frenchie, a pink lady, to help her with a makeover.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
No, not really, Frenchie, but I think I know a way I could be. Could you help me?
Of course.
Can I come over to your place?
Sure, come on.
This is her transitioning into womanhood with the help of the pink ray. The only mother figure we see is the principal, who is shown for the first time in silver and a pearl necklace, just like Marjorie Houseman. The secretary is also shown in silver and pink at the school dance. Another mother figure, you could say. At the very end of the movie, Sandy is met by Danny, a wild bad boy type who is dressed in black. She is also seen wearing red shoes at the end after taking her shoes off at the racetrack. Rizzo, who is also apparently Danny's ex-girlfriend.
You guys get a look at Zuko this morning? Looking pretty good this year, huh, Riz?
That's ancient history.
Well, history sometimes repeats itself.
Was wearing similar shoes at the beginning of the movie. So, just like the other examples, Sandy could be taking Rizzo's place in a more metaphorical way and learning to express every side of herself, not just the innocent girl. Based on these syncs, it could be that those who are strongly connected to the pink ray might have this goal of fully expressing themselves as a woman, or inspiring others to step into their fullness as a woman, whether that be as a mother or simply to become fully confident in their feminine form and expression. Okay, so that's it for this one. I've included a few more pink ray symbols in a blog post, which I will link below, so definitely check that out. Also, if you would like to see more videos like this, consider submitting your favorite childhood movies to me through the Google form that I have linked in the description.